Hey guys, we're back on Sendrith here. We are in the Unrest basement, and we are rocking. We are in an interesting trio, which is why I even bothered to record it. We've got a Necro and an Enchanter, and they are both charming. The Enchanter has gone balls to the wall and is charming a festering hag, which is pretty interesting. But so far, she's been holding really well. I think she broke like once. We've had her for kind of a while too, and she's hitting some nice big fat nukes on these mobs. It's pretty nice. It's going well. I'm trying to keep my mana up pretty high because when things go bad, that gives me a ton of work. You know, like in the middle of a fight, charm break, maybe double charm break. So I don't want my mana. I'm not doing any nuking unless I got at least 70% mana. But we do have clarity. This Enchanter's 29, which again makes it even more amazing he's charming these hacks because it's a real early level to be doing that at, it seems to me. But look at her, she's slapping nukes. Look at that. And we are rocking it. Right now there's a special thing going on, I think it's still going on, where for each additional group member you get an extra 10% XP instead of 4%. Like they just changed it to 4% recently, but just for a day they're making it 10%. So we got that going on at the moment. Pets are getting a little out of control. I might have to heal the barb bone here. Get that out of the way. So yeah, I'm basically just healing the pets. In fact, might as well give him a buff since I am healing him. Oh, I just tried to buff the enemy. Idiot move number 473. Wasting mana, buffing the enemy. But look, we're kicking butt. Necro's getting in there, trying to raise his defense. Probably got like a life tap on. I know, because I was recently just playing my Necro. Had a lot of fun doing it. Went to HIE. I didn't record it, unfortunately, but we went down to HIE with a new friend, a shaman friend. Seems like a really chill, cool guy. Come on, Enchanter's pulling, so he's not currently sicking his hag on the target at the moment. I'm trying to help him out with the stun, but I was way too late. Should have used tab. That's what I gotta do. I gotta use tab targeting. There we go. I broke the mez with a nuke, which makes me not want to sit down so fast, but it looks like Vanishing Doom here has stolen the aggro quite wholeheartedly, so he's tapping like mad, tap tanking, while the pets finish the mob. So we're having a little bit of trouble keeping mana up into nuke range, but we're kind of just getting started here. You know, we're figuring it out. I need to use some mana stone. That got us up to 80%. Threw in a stun there to try to help our pal. It wasn't enough. There, the heal managed to get us aggro. And looks like we're gonna have a paladin or a bard join the group. These guys are not so communicative, but they're nice when they do communicate. But I've asked them a couple times, hey, you think I should heal the pets? And they don't say anything, which might be their wise, mature way of saying, you must choose yourself. It is up to you, good sir. You know, a wise man, they don't tell you that. They just like, they let you bask in the moment of silence and realize it yourself. Oh. So, oh, looks like I got jumped. There we go. The hag. Hag just broke. Stuff's getting a little hairy here. I don't know what's going on. The Necro's trying to get on his other character. I'm gonna help root one of these guys. It's really annoying that I'm not... I want to keep Bash there, but I don't want to have to click root. You know what I'm saying? Alright, well, here we go, I guess. Our mana is pretty freaking good, so we're gonna help burn down the first mob. All hardcore style. We're just gonna rip it. Oh, then the hag just keeps nuking the hag pet. It's wonderful. It is really cool to see. I guess I'll clear a tank for a second while the hag finishes this barbed bone off. Now, our necro here has a high level cleric that is capable of giving some buffs, and that is the current plan at the moment. We're gonna have to heal the Enchanter. So that's why you save mana, so you can help burn mobs down in trying times and still have mana left over for heals. And look, I still got 50. What a beautiful mana pool I have. Wisdom's only 147, and still, it feels like I just got mana for days. We're gonna keep the hag targeted while the necro logs over to the cleric to buff the incoming paladin. And also, until the paladin gets here, hag's the tank too, and while they do awesome damage, they do not take a beating very well, which is why they're one of my favorite solo targets. There we go, trying to help stun on the charm breaks. Keep the Ench's HP up. He seems to have a decent amount of HP. Alright, well, while we're just killing time here, I think I will pause and resume the video when our tank gets here. I was really recording because I was thinking this is going to be a cool group dynamic. No tank, no puller really, just a couple of squishy casters charming undead mobs in the basement. And we ripped it out. I mean, we're having a bunch of downtime right now. My XP per hour meter still says 59% an hour. It was up there like 70 when we were really cranking. Somebody was here killing a little bit in the entrance. It looked like a high level druid, but I think he was just killing tentacle terrors. So I think he had some particular thing he was after. Well, the cleric got here and then we got into some trouble. So I thought, why not record it? But now the cleric's here, so I guess it's not really trouble, because we got Big Daddy over here watching over us. Big Daddy, Glad of War Battlehammer. It's an interesting cleric name. Got this monk here, mezzed. I think I'm gonna break said mezz. Oh, it broke anyway. Well, I'm gonna hit it with a nuke. And then, wow, look at that big fat nuke from the festering hag. Gotta love it. He just took like 40-45% of that mob's HP, and then just nuked it again for another like 25-30%. It's just redonkulous. Alright, so the cleric's here. Paladin is not. Well, we got full mana now. Guess I didn't need to mana stone so much. Oh, that's why the Enchanter has them. I was wondering why my heals were doing so. I was trying to use small heals because the Enchanter's down like 70%. I'm like, it's an Enchanter, and he's lower than me. I forgot he had the 57 cleric buffs on him, so he's got the heroic bond, and that's adding a ton of HP. This guy's mana stoning down and then complete healing himself, which is interesting. Oh, there's a death beetle walking through. Interesting. Makes me think that perhaps the paladin's here. Brought some friends with him. So you seeing this? Just a ton of mana stoning. Now, complete heal is a very expensive spell. It is a huge mana cost spell, so makes me wonder how much you're actually getting by doing this process. Because I think it's like 400, and I think you're getting 20 mana for each mana stone. So you have to mana stone 20 times just to cut even. You know? But yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know. 20 times 60. 20 times 60 is, well, 2 times 60 is 120, so that's 1200, right? Yeah, if you've got like 1500 HP, you get like 3 or 4. If you got 1600 HP, you got about 400 HP worth of mana stoning, which is how many mana stones? How many times does 6 go into 40? 6. So you get 6 mana stones. They each give you 20, so you get 120 mana profit. It's like barely better than just medding, it seems to me. He said, nice reaction with that stun. See, the hag broke. I saw her start to cast. I hit my stun and hit her and interrupted her before she could cast. And the Enchanter was able to grab her again without anything happening. So good. Vanishing Doom is back. And apparently the Paladin's not coming, so we're gonna keep it like this for now. And we got Wrath up. Since we got full mana, might as well use even our living nuke. Why not? Oh, well that's why not, because you steal aggro. Yeah, I'll just cleric tank this one. Alright, back to the double pet system. Got a greater darkbone this time, which I think is technically a bit higher. Whew. Well, this is going to be fun. If things go bad, and I'm not fast enough, people could die with this hag, like a hag charm break in the middle of a tense fight. She starts landing nukes on the Enchanter, who's maybe already getting beat on by something. We're definitely playing with fire right now. No doubt about that. Oh, my nuke and the hag's nuke, and then this dusty werebat just lost like 70% of his HP in a span of like a second. And then the hag nukes him again. It's just ridiculous. She's just ridiculous. There we go, having to stun charm breaks. That's like our #1 job, actually. Well, it looks like it didn't quite work. There. There we go. But Vanishing Doom still took almost no damage. I don't know how. Resisted charm, resisted mess. What a jerk. Well, now he's been tashed, but I mean, that's a lot of resisting. Alright, so begins the games. We got good mana, so we're gonna lay in. The hag's laying in, ready? I take it down to 50, hag takes it down to 32. And just like that, he's cooked. It's just so fast. It's just so fast. Alright, we got another Greater Darkbone here. It's Darkbone on Darkbone. I think we're gonna go for a double nuke because these guys are do have a bit more HP. There we go. We landed it. And we're almost full HP. I want a Mana Stone a bit. I'm having trouble using up all my mana with this Clarity plus Mana Stone going on. Plus these charms holding so nicely, like they have been. And we got the Necro pulling. I'm still at 80% mana with double nukage. I don't even know if I'm gonna get a nuke off. This guy's already almost dead. We are just cooking, boys. The Enchanter said, hag is on fire. And then Vanishing Doom said, what's this, NBA Jam? You know that old basketball game? Man, we are just crushing. We even stole aggro on that one. Alright, we're getting a bit low on mana. Well, not really when we Mana Stone up. We'll let the pets cook this one. No, we're gonna get in there. At least one nuke. Well, what kind of sucks is that the Necro lost a pet earlier. He didn't realize it was low HP, and I asked, hey, you want me to heal pets, or are we breaking and then killing? And then not soon after, he didn't reply right away, and then something happened and the pet died. So that pet was dual wielding. It doesn't look like he's got weapons to give the pet this time. Let me see if I do. Nope, apparently I do not. Okay. So, really happy to be pushing the cleric right now. Hoping to get to 34. Get our next res. So that way, when we're doing stuff with the boys on our other character or characters, we can give a 50% res in the unfortunate event of unfortunate events. There we go, stun that Dark Terror. He's kicking some festering hag butt. I'm gonna hit it with a nuke. Boom. There we go. Dark Terror cons even to me at 30, and it's dead. So because we have 2 group members, we are gonna be getting an extra 20% XP bonus, and I don't know if there's just an independent floating XP bonus on right now. It kind of feels like there is. I did a little bit of quadding on my wizard, and it just seemed like I was getting too much XP. I only did the 2 quads, but that's what I like to do with the wizard. Just do like a quad or 2, you know? Looks like the hag is getting low. Let's heal her up. Wow, that takes her almost to full. Let's give her a bravery. There we go. Now we're at half mana, and we got a break. Stun. There we go. The necropet is taking a beating without the hag there to help out. Let's see what kind of spear this guy's got. Well, it's a fine steel, but let's give it to the necropet. If we can get him another weapon, they will get them both another weapon. I don't know if the hag has one. Doesn't look like she does. If we get them both another weapon, this is just gonna get too crazy, man. I don't even know if we have enough mobs to justify that. Like, we're honestly feeling kind of short on mobs. I don't think we're pulling from too far back into the basement, and we're clearing the pit. Greater Darkbone. We're at 80 mana, so we are going to throw a nuke in there. Shabam. No point in throwing 2, though. The hag is almost chain nuking these guys. Look, she's getting ready to nuke him again. Any resin zone higher than 10%? Well, yes and no, because yes, because I have a 35%. No, because it's not that much better, right? And I'm in the basement, and I'm not leaving the basement to get you 25% at level 28 or whatever. You know what I mean? Just gonna hit this guy with a stun. There we go. Looks like she got mezzed. We're getting ready to burn this hag down. Okay, here we go. We are going to nuke the crap out of her. There we go, they got the pets on her. Uh-oh, looks like she's gonna be hitting me hard with a nuke. Oh no, she hit the pet. Okay, we need to burn this hag down before she burns us down. There we go. Hags, you gotta kill them quick, man. Looks like there might be some trouble remezzing this guy here. He's been resisting quite a bit, but once he's charmed, he seems to hold decently. Need to get him another weapon. Maybe. Interesting grind here. Enchanter, cleric. This is a trio that I was really looking forward to trying out in Howling Stones. I was thinking, or even without the cleric. But Enchanter, Howling Stones, double charming, with probably druid, right? Bring Wolfdar along on his druid. He could help heal the casters. There wouldn't be an option to heal the pets, which is fine. Which is why a cleric would be best. A cleric with complete heal would just be such a huge thing. You just, crank the pets up with buffs and weapons and haste. And then the cleric's got, complete heal and 2 or 3 different stuns for charm breaks. And there's just nothing like it. Nothing like it. Alright, our mana's good enough where we're going to help finish this guy off. Because these guys actually hit kind of hard. There you go, a little bash to stun him. and he's done. Getting Shadow Compact heals from the Necro, which is interesting. I just noticed that. It's allowing us to keep our mana up really high. He's not only pulling, but he's burning mana and HP, healing me. Well, he doesn't even really have to. But it keeps me doing this. Nukes. Big nukes. Alright, let's get back over here where we shouldn't aggro much. There is a patrol that can come through this invisible wall that we can aggro. But I think it's a patrol that goes through here anyway, so we could aggro him anywhere. It's better we aggro than one of the other casters, because we got played on. Here comes the Hag's nuke. 48%, 44 goes down to 33, that's it. I feel like that must have been partially resisted, but Greater Darkbones are actually pretty heavy mobs. Oh shoot, I just burned a heal that I didn't need to burn. Well, we just wasted some mana, but we're definitely gonna heal Mr. Darkbone here when he's back under control. He hasn't been charmed yet. I don't know if the Necro realizes that. There we go. It looks like we're switching pets, I want to say. Yeah. He's switching down to a monk. Just too many resists on that guy. Okay. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Let's give El Munko the spear then. Let's give him some bravery too. Oh, I'm down to 57% mana, so I should not be doing this, but I'm hitting this guy with a nuke. And then I'm gonna tank him. Oh, but didn't have to do that for long. Looks like I already got a charm break on the monk though. He wants to kill the monk. Okay. He just charmed him though. Interesting. So he's surfing for a pet that he likes, shopping around a bit. Come on, Hag. I'll let her do it. I don't want to take too much damage. I don't want to have to heal myself. I think I just fell asleep for a few seconds. I better go off to bed before I zizz through Charm Break. So it looks like the Necro is leaving. Gonna leave us here with a little duo. Little duo action. Have some clearance for another res? I can drag to you. Okay. So I already resed this guy. And apparently he needs another one. So we're gonna see if we can clear the entrance area. So let's get Baller on it. And pull out a Calm. Looks like the Enchanter might be done. Okay, yeah, the Enchanter's getting off too. Here we go. Finish this hag off. She was a good pet. I wish I had my magic resist up, because that would definitely help a bit. We're gonna hit her with stuns just in case she's thinking about nuking us. Did I just get hit by a technical terror? He's gonna charm her again? Ah, shoot, I better heal her then. Shoot. Well, we're getting in trouble here, boys. A hag versus a terror. I'm really not sure who my money's on right now. Oh, but the cleric's back. Get this corpse out of our way. There we go. Looks like our money should be on the terror, because he is kicking some hag butt. We're gonna have to help him out. Get out of the way, little dwarf. Where are your nukes, hag? Nuke 'em! I gotta heal her ass. Damn. I'm basically out of mana now. Oh good, he's running. Alright. Die, hag, die! Oh, she already ruined herself, so I was unable to finish her off with a single nuke. There we go. Let that Enchanter get his dagger. Alright, so that's a short little session. I'm not even sure. Maybe I'll just tag it on to another video. Or I'll just pause and maybe get on later. I think that's what I'll do. Alright, so as an end cap for this video, I wanted to show you some of the recent twink additions we just got for Sendrith here. Still looking spiffy. You know, I gotta admit, I think I did pretty well style-wise speaking. Even though I'm just using banded legs and the wrist piece. Like, check this out. Okay, forgive me, indulge my Fashion Quest moment here. But like, look at our face. Oh shoot, I accidentally moved the camera. Okay, look at our face and look at our shield. And look at the general colors of our suit. Now, if I have my usual gear on, it looks more like this, right? And then on the wrist, I have that. Right, this is our usual non-magic resist gear. Oh, I keep doing that. Let me pan around again. So you got like matching legs and arms, right? You got the brown gloves and also the brown waist dress thing, right? And then got really nice red chest, red boots, and then the shield's got red with a white face. We got a big fat white face on our face. Looks great. you know? So I feel like he's really coming along there. Now, what we've got right now, buffed, is 69 magic resistance. Not bad, right? I forget what's given our shield. That's why we're using this one. We have a charred guardian shield, which would give us 9 more wisdom, putting us up to 160 as opposed to 151. But we got this out because we were getting ready to build up our magic resistance. So we would be at 59 without it. I'm curious. That must mean something else is giving us some magic resistance. So I think it's this. Yeah, the split by hide mask is giving us 5 right there. Oh, and yeah, we usually are wearing this necklace here. This necklace gives 3 whiz, 20 mana. So usually we're at 60. So that means like a base of 35 plus 5 from the mask. And then takes us down to... and then our buff is on. Our endure magic does 20. So usually it's 60, but we're getting ready for the hags, so we started to spruce up. Wolf Eye Platinum Necklace does 9. Brings us up to 69. You saw us recently loot a Bloodstained Mantle. Does another 10 more magic resistance, bringing us up to 79. Got that ourselves in fire in the... what was that? What's that fireplace? No, that was in the Hag Tower of Unrest. So, Wolf's Eye Golden Bracelets relatively cheap. They give me 7 magic resistance each, and I got 2 of them. Brings us up to 93, and then also relatively not too expensive. AC 14, HP 10, SV Magic 10. Breastplate from the Sarnax there. So look at this, 103 magic resistance. Where else can we make an improvement? We could get magic resistance earrings. I think there's plus 5 each if we want. Or I think maybe, let's see. Let's see, there's some stuff for sale right now. I don't think we have the money to buy anything right now. But let's take a look. Electrum earring. Yeah, that would do 4 magic resistance, but it's doing a whole bunch of other resists we don't really need. Wolf's Eye Golden Bracelet. See, that's the one we bought. 50 plat a piece. I'm not seeing any other earrings that give magic resistance for sale right now. I am aware that on the aisle between, I think, Uridin and Quanos, that Karen aisle, I think that there's some wizards there. Are they in the Oceans of Tears? I forget where they are, but there's an island in one of the kind of transporty, one of the zones you're kind of passing through that has some wizards you can go kill. They're only like level 14, and they drop a myriad of plus 5 resist earrings. So if we got 2 of those, we could add another 10 magic resist right there. And I'm not sure what else we could get that would add magic resistance without, without putting ourselves out too much. But even with this much, I think we had less magic resistance than this, and I think Korvac, the paladin, had less magic resistance than this, and he was a lower level than us when we were taking out the hags, and he was resisting the majority. And I'm not just talking 51%, I'm talking like 60, 70%, 75% of the hag nukes. So we might be ready right now. As it stands right now, we might be ready to kill some hags. The problem is, it's not always hags. Sometimes it could be the Knight of Unrest with his pet. It can be werebats, which, you'd think that they're not that bad, but they are, because they hit hard, and we have to use living nukes on them. Our living nukes have a cooldown. And they seem a little extra magic resisty. They break root more often than, say, your average skeleton, but that could just be an illusion, something in my head. I wonder if there's something we can get in the range slot. All we've got here is this preserved split paw eye, just as a keepsake, because we picked it up in split paw and we just never got rid of it. So I wonder if we could get some magic resist in the range slot. I'll have to do some research, and I probably won't, to be honest, because I'm feeling like we're good. I'm feeling like we're good right now. 103 magic resistance. Ready to go. Ready to kill some hags. Very nice. Wisdom was only brought down to 139. That's still decent. Still decent. So, yeah, I just want to show you guys that we got this extra little set of gear specifically for killing hags, but we're going to keep it and hold on to it for a while, because when we go down into lower Guck, we're going to want to be able to resist ghoul roots. It's going to be a big, very important aspect of our soloing, is resisting ghoul roots. We need to be able to root them and back off to nuke them again, heal ourselves up. So this magic resist gear, I can't recommend it enough for any aspiring solo cleric, because again, you're going from hags and unrest to ghoul roots in lower guck. All of that is more than worth the cost of putting together a little bit of a magic resistance set. And if you ever go back and you watch my self-found cleric on red videos, you'll see I was preparing to do that. I didn't get there yet, but the path you can do it if you want to do self-found is you can get a +10 magic resistance shield from Crushbone, from the trainer camp, right? When you come and you finally do the Hag Tower, you can get the Bloodstained Mantle. I think there was some other stuff. Yes, you'll find in vendors. That you always find these in vendors. These split paw hide masks, you'll find them in vendors all over. I think on P99 Red, I found it on a vendor in Felwith. That's 5 magic resistance right there. If you're willing to pay jewel crafters, although most self-found are not. Okay, but let me think. There's those earrings, level 14. Right, so if you get 2 5 level 14 wizards, you can kill those before you kill hacks. So if you get 2 5 magic resist earrings, that's 10. You get the shield, that's 20. You get the mask, that's 25. You have a base of, I think, 35. So you can get it up from 35 to 60, throw on a buff 80. Could you really get it that high? Am I missing something? Could I get it to 80 without these extra things? I don't think that's possible. That would mean I'm only getting 23, so let me add up this. This is 9, 7, 7, 14, so I'm already at 23 there, plus my chest piece. Okay, so your base is 25. So if you got a base of 25, you add 25, you get to 50, you add the buff, 70. If you're doing self-found, you wait an extra couple of levels, right? Even if you're not doing self-found, you should wait a couple extra levels so you can handle things that don't require the magic resistance that can spawn in the hag spawns. But so if you're doing self-found, maybe 70 is enough. 70 magic resistance with your buff might be enough. Might be enough. There might be some other pieces I'm not thinking of. I don't remember if any other of the split paw hide pieces will do it, and you can often find them on vendors for a very cheap price. Maybe the belts. Probably not. Probably not. If I was to go really crazy, I would shell out 800. If you're going twink and you want to be like twink cleric, yeah, you get all this stuff. There's probably better versions of some of the stuff I got, like a neck that only does 9. Maybe there's a better neck. There's rings that'll do 14. If you get the primo magic resist rings, you get 14. So that'd be adding 28 right there. That would take me up to about 130 magic resistance. And I'm sure there's other pieces. There must be a cloak out there somewhere that's doing magic resistance. There are probably some pants out there doing some magic resistance, you know. So if you were to crank your magic resist up to like 150, you could go, I don't know, kill hags until you get a spawn that's not a hag. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't think you need that much because it's not pure casters all day. The hags share spawns with other mobs, and if you're too low, the magic resist is not going to save you with those. And if you're higher, you don't need all the magic resistance because the level variance does enough to cover the difference. So anyway, this is just me blabbing on, thinking of stuff to say to wrap up a video that was shorter than I expected it to be in the first place, right? It's a very short play session, but very cool, so I still want to post it. I love utilizing the cleric in that situation. That was one of my favorite things I did on P99 was cleric enchanter duo. I even have one killing geonids with 2 enchanters and me. Or was it 3? I forget if it was 2 or 3 enchanters. So busy, but pretty fun and great XP. So yeah, it's nice to have a main tank, but really that's the efficiency of the cleric is charm pets, especially after level 39, because a mob always has way more HP than a player, and complete heal costs the same amount of mana whether you're healing for 2k or you're healing for 6k, or as I sometimes manage to do, you're healing for the full 10k HP. There were a couple near the end of on some of my cleric enchanter duos, we finally were killing mobs that had so much HP that complete heal was not complete healing them. I'd heal them at like 10%, they get up to like 92%. So these some mobs with like 14k HP and stuff like that. It's 12, 14. So that's really the sweet spot of mana efficiency. And usually a good tank is not doing DPS, right? But an enchanter pet, you can be hasted and dual wielding, landing quad blows, doing a better DPS than any single player could do. Any. I even want to say better than a wizard does burning mana. That's probably not true. But how long can wizards burn mana? Unless they're on Teak, then they get out of combat mana regen now. But aside from that little tweak, there's no player I think that can match the DPS of an enchanted pet that's dual wielding hasted. Not even close. So that's the reason that cleric enchanter is the best duo out there. It would also work almost as well, except you're missing the awesome haste that the enchanter brings. But necros have their own haste, I think. They might be pet only haste though. That's the problem. But so, second to that, but also pretty good, is a cleric and a necro. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe a cleric and a shaman, but I think they're charm animals for animals that are significantly lower than their level. So that's probably why you never hear about it. It's not like I'm going to discover some new exploit in the game that's, was it like 30 years old now? Almost. 25 years old. So anyway, guys, showing off some new gear, showing off a cool trio, really pushing to get to level 34. So I have a res in my back pocket that's actually worth having there. It's worth, going to pick up this guy and bringing him over to res my friends. I kind of wish someone else had one for me, because those deaths are hurting a lot now. They really crush my soul. Doing a cleric on P99 up through the 50s, you didn't notice it because you have your own res. You have your own 90% res. So death is like, oh, I died. Now I gotta like, med up for 10 minutes, and I've got to get my next kill is gonna like not give me any profit. I mean, seriously, when you get 90% res and you're soloing, it's like 1 or 2 kills to make up what you lost on that death. But when the enchanter dies, it's like, oh my god, like sometimes it can be like, I think it's 11 or 12% now. I think they tweaked it up from 7 to 8%. Now it's like 11 to 12%. And depending on how things are going, that's like an hour of gameplay for an enchanter. It's just like soul crushing, man. So I guess it really inspires you to be extra careful. It's just partially why I've been happy to play the alts. I think I've been playing the enchanter too much. I went from 45 to 49 like that, and I think I burned out. And when I burn out, I'm less careful. When I'm less careful, I start to die more often. When I start to die more often, I really start hating the character. So, taking a bit of a break from her, although I'm willing to play her with a friend, I have not been pushing her solo, even though I probably should. She's about 65% into 49, so she's close to 50. She's going to hit it pretty soon. But it seems like other guys are kind of going kind of slow. Most of my friends haven't gotten past 52, 53, and I think I'm still in grouping range for that. And I'm enjoying some of the other dimensions of Kunark. Got a little tired of Burning Woods and Skyfire, so, going to the giant fort. What was that? Jeez. Going to the giant fort was fun. My wizard was quadding the Skulking Brutes in Worslick's Woods, which was kind of fun, but now my wizard's exploring the Lake of Ill Omen. No, not the Lake of Ill Omen, the Swamp of No Hope. On P99 it said there were 9 spawns of Ixar Exiles that were always level 23, which for my 26 wizard, that's like the sweet spot. I didn't find those 9 spawns. At least it made it sound like they were like in a camp of some sort. I didn't find that. And, it's P99, so there's a very good chance that it's just different. But I did find some Ixar Exiles walking around this area near Trakanon's Teeth. Another Ixar Pariah, which is about like level 21, which is fine. to add into the quad. And there's some leeches and some other things that are conning dark blue. And there's also, but it's sparse enough to where I feel comfortable quadding there, right? There are some rivers, and my swimming's really low, so I still have to get used to the area. But I think I found a new spot that I'm very excited about. The skulking brutes on my wizard were getting camped a ton. Like, I log on almost every time I'm on, there's a necro in there killing them. And then when there was nobody there, it was hard. I mean, they on this server, they're KOS and they social. There's one that's patrolling the cavern itself, and then there's like one cavern, or I think there's two that are patrolling the caverns. And you got to go into these caverns to get to the ones you want to pull, and you got to pull them out of the caverns. So you're getting hit, you know. And when you're getting hit, you might be getting stunned. And when you're getting stunned, you might be getting hit by more of them. So like getting the 4 and only 4, I think every other time, like at a 50% ratio, I was getting 5. Luckily, for some reason, and I don't know why, when I have 5, it seems like the 4 nuke is hitting the same 4. I wonder if there's a mechanism where it will auto-target the mobs that have less HP, so that if you get in a situation where you're trying to quad or kill multiple opponents, it will first kill 4 and then kill another 4, instead of like randomly picking who it hits, because then I wouldn't have enough mana, you know. If it was kind of like sometimes hitting this one, sometimes hitting that one. But it seemed like once I got going, it just killed this 4, and then this last one had like full HP practically. I think he took the first blow, and then after that, it didn't hit him again, and he was my targeted mob. That was the really interesting thing. He was the mob that I had targeted, and he was the one that was not taking the quad hit. It was all the other ones around him. And then I didn't have enough mana to finish him off at the end, so I just rooted him and camped out. But yeah, also I had to pull them out of the skulking brute cavern and run up and down the shoreline. And certain parts of the shoreline have patrolling mobs that are dark blue to me that come through there. It's very dangerous. So I think I found a better spot. It's gonna work better for me. Good level range, but like I said, enjoying exploring Kunark. Marrow, having so much fun in the over there. Just talking about him, I'm wondering why I didn't play him today, because soloing, getting like 40% an hour, maybe slightly less or slightly more, but that's really good for solo. Just cranking it out with the panic animal that you couldn't do except in the Khazak-Thul Crocs camp, which was always camped, and even if it's not, it's only good up to like 39 anyway. So he's 41, and it's been fun over there. Doing stuff like the Wormslayer quest on the Enchanter, and going through the Dreadlands, and just seeing lots of Kunark. Got a little tired of Burning Woods and Skyfire, grinding. We do need to get back to it though, because they changed the pet XP mechanics. Now, if the caster does even 1 point of damage to the mob themselves, they get full XP for each kill. So what I want to do is take Miana back to Burning Woods and try to find. There's this one worm. I know there's 2 worms that path through the area, and one of those 2 worms hits for like 152 or 156 a hit for some reason. Don't know why. It's a little broken. And when you give him a couple weapons and you haste him, he just rips everything down. I don't even have to slow it. I don't have to slow his opponents. So if I can find that worm again, I'm happy to have friends, but I was just imagining peak efficiency, right? If I were solo and I got that mob dual wielding hasted, and I was just throwing a little like my level 1 or level 4 dot or nuke onto each mob to getting full XP. I mean, he kills in less than 10 seconds. He's killing mobs in less than 10 seconds. Mobs are all over the place, right? So it's like chain kill, less than 4 seconds each one. If I'm getting full solo XP for that, that is unbelievable. So I kind of want to give that a try. Maybe you'll be seeing that in an upcoming future video. Anyway, I've been blabbing on for a while here. Sendrith, nearly 31. Really going to try to use some of the free time we have during my summer vacation, because I'm a teacher. Pushing him to 34. We got to at least get the Enchanter to 50, and we might just keep going, try to get her to like 51, 52. Trying to kind of push everybody right now, but also have some fun. The boys and I went to Runny Eye on my necro, and Wolfdar has a low-level warrior. And whose ranger was that? Reto has a ranger twink he just started, and we found this cool little camp deep in Runny Eye, and we were grinding out there. He had a fungi tunic, which saved our scan. I didn't make a video of that because I don't have a series on the wizard. Or was I wizard? Did I make a video? I think I just wasn't feeling it. You know, I make too many videos, guys. By the time you see videos, they're like a week late because I make too many videos. So I'm trying to cut back, but maybe that would have been a good one to at least do like a short episode on. Maybe that's what I could do sometimes when I'm doing something interesting. Just do like a short little plug episode and throw that on one of my off days. I don't know if those of you who are subscribed to my channel might have noticed that I try to post on Monday mornings around 9 a.m. PST, Wednesday mornings, and Friday mornings. So maybe on those Tuesday, Thursdays, and the weekdays, maybe I can throw some little like 10-minute videos of me like, hey, check this out, look how this is going, and just saying hi, giving a little appetizer, you know. But anyway, there we go. Got this video the proper length of an hour with some serious blab. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.